a long while, man, since I've been live at this time anyway. So yeah, it's crazy, man. But I thought, you know what? Let me just do a little stream. Obviously, I said I was going to give it a rest today. And guys, big up to everyone that's actually voted on the post that I put out today. So Aston Villa and Arsenal on Tuesday. So if Aston Villa beat Arsenal, do you consider Aston Villa being in the title? I think we have to start taking them seriously if they do beat Arsenal. I think even if they pick up a point against Arsenal, I'm still gonna say Villa, should be fancying themselves. Um, so yeah, man, big up to yourselves if you have voted. If you haven't, make sure you check the post out and vote. Let me know if you think if Aston Villa beat Arsenal, um, does that put them firmly in the title race? Um, yeah, big up, man. What's good, Gav? Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good. As I said, I don't normally go live this late, but again, just finished watching that AFCON, Ivory Coast against Cameroon. And yeah, just want to go, obviously, just touch on a few talking points on the game. And obviously, some of the Manchester United players, two in particular, another player that's been linked with United. Obviously, yeah, part of the lineup. So yeah, man. Big up to Foxy Danny as well. Big up each and every time. And yeah, let's get into it, guys. So, the first AFCON game that I've actually watched since the tournament started, and again, for notable reasons why I watched the game, as I said, Amad Diallo for Ivory Coast and Bryan Mbuemo for Cameroon. And first thing I want to say is, obviously the game finished 1-1, and Amad Diallo beauty. And the first thing that I want to say is, and guys, let me know, when you see Amad Diallo doing what he does, yeah, when he picked that ball up, I said goal, because I could see what Amad wanted to do. He wants to cut inside, he wants to curl it into the far corner, and that is what he did. And this is why, when you've got Amad that has that amount of quality, and he's having to ply his trade for Manchester United under Ruben Amorim as a wing back, that goal there today should just tell you why Amad needs to be playing high up the pitch. And this is why I've always said Amad is a number 10 for me. He's a number 10 where he can get into the pockets and use his ability to score goals and to create goals. A player of that quality in Amad, has no business playing as a wing back. So I think that goal today, because Amad's got that in his game, and as I said, when he opened his body up, I was under no impression, no illusions, should I say, that Amad was going to score that. So again, great goal from Amad Diallo, but we know Amad's got that in his game, and as I said, the fact that he's having to apply his trade at wing back just tells me that this manager Ruben Amorim has got it all wrong for me. Big up to Fitz, big up my guy each and every time. So yeah, I mean, looking at Ivory Coast, Wilfred Zaha, I think, was on the bench, and obviously he come on for Amad. Frank Kessié, formerly of Barcelona, was in the lineup. Vakun Bio, I mean, he was a handful up top, but I think in terms of his composure in front of goal, wasn't great. I thought, yeah, Sangare wasn't great today. He got replaced by Jean-Philippe Gabamin. But yeah, I think obviously as we know, I think with the AFCON, it's very physical as we would expect anyway. But I think in terms of the quality, the main quality in the game really come from Amad's strike. And again, there's no surprising in that really. Because as I said, we watch Amad week in, week out, and you just know Amad's got that to his game. So yeah, I think the one piece of quality, Amad produced it. I think as a whole, the game was exciting, but it was exciting in the sense where you wasn't sure who was actually going to win the game, and I think a 1-1 draw is probably a fair result. I'm looking at Cameroon. And again, guys, if anyone's watched my stream, I've done a stream. So the Next Gen 50. So it's the best 50 up and coming young players in the world. And there's a player that I touched on that was actually linked with Manchester United, and that was Christian Kafani, and he actually started today for Cameroon. You know, I thought he was decent. You know, he was holding the ball, was being busy. Again, he's still only young. I think he's 18 or 19, he might be. But yeah, he was someone that Manchester United were looking at before he went to Bayer Leverkusen. Obviously, he was playing for Albacete in Spain in the Segunda division, and now he's at Bayer Leverkusen. So yeah, he started up top. I thought he was decent. What's actually crazy, yeah, is that you've got it's mad, yeah, because you've got Amad Diallo, who is a number 10 by trade, but obviously because he's played so much of his career out wide for Manchester United, you look at him for Ivory Coast. Obviously, they play him, you know, as part of a front three out on the right. And then you've got Bryan Mbuemo, who's a wide forward, playing as a 10 for Cameroon, you know, where they're playing wing backs and pack out the midfield. And then he's playing just off of Christian Kafani. And it's weird because you've got Ahmad and you've got Mbuemo playing in the opposite positions for their country. And again, it's the same thing really you would say for club as well, you know. Big up to Babs One Diva as well. Big up each and every time. So yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy to think that you've got Ahmad and Mbuemo and these managers for club and country have just got them the wrong way around. It's odd, you know. But Mbuemo wasn't great today. There was a chance at the end, really. To be fair, it was a poor pass from whoever made the pass to Mbuemo, because the ball should have gone in front of him, so he could have had the touch instantly and then found the bottom corner. But the pass to him was behind him, which meant that Mbuemo had to check and then get the ball out of his feet and then hit the shot, which got blocked. You know, so yeah, I thought Mbuemo was pretty poor. Well, I wouldn't say he was poor. I'd say he was quiet. But I thought Carlos Baleba, again, Baleba's been linked to Manchester United. And guys, I've always said, yeah, Baleba for me should be the main midfield target, you know. There's a lot of fans out there that think because Baleba's been poor this season for Brighton, Man United should stay well clear of him. And I see that to an extent. But what I would say is someone like Baleba, you can clearly see he's got quality. You know, he's someone for me. The fact that he's left-footed and adds balance to the Manchester United midfield if he does come in. Again, he's tenacious. You know, he's decent on the ball as well, and he's got a decent pass on him. So, you know, there's no part of me that thinks Manchester United should stay clear of Baleba. I think his form hasn't been great, but as I said, man, I've seen enough of Baleba from last season, and obviously today's game to know that if Manchester United go in for him, that'll be a very, very good signing, you know. Yeah, big up, my guy. Big up for coming on. Guys, make sure we're smashing the like button. Make sure we're subbing to the channel and make sure we share the channel as well. And let me know what you think of today's AFCON as well. Did you guys see any other games? I see the last 15 minutes of the Algeria game. I think they beat Burkina Faso 1-0, Riyad Mahrez penalty. So yeah, let me know what you thought of today's game, of the AFCON games today, if you've watched it. But yeah, as I said, Baleba was good for me. You know, he was very good for me. And as I said, for me, Manchester United just need to be all over Baleba. I mean, if they can't get a deal in January, then they definitely have to do this deal in the summer, man, because he's someone that if Manchester United don't go and get, best believe, yeah, he'll end up at a Man City, a Chelsea, a Liverpool, even if you want to talk abroad, like, yeah, he'll end up Bayern Munich, obviously looking at him as well. You know, he'll end up at a top team if Manchester United don't snap him up. And as I said, he should be the key target for me in midfield ahead of Wharton and Anderson for me. You know, if you can get Baleba and then you can go and get a Wharton and an Anderson to go with Kobe, then fair enough. You know what I mean? 2-2 for Ahmad. Yep. Yeah, big up, man. 2-2. And as I said, the very fact that Ahmad scored a goal like that, yeah, it just pains me, man. And I reckon everyone else should be of the same opinion. When you see a player of quality like that, what is he doing playing as a wing back in that Manchester United system? You know what I mean? So again, yeah, it's crazy to think, man, that you've got someone of Ahmad's quality and he's playing as a wing back. And as I keep saying, wing back is the one position in football that you don't want to play because it's an unforgiving with unforgiving role with a lot of running and little reward. So again, someone like Ahmad shouldn't be playing there, man. But yeah, 2-2. And again, I missed the first game, but by all accounts, Ahmad's been playing well. So but yeah, I'm a massive fan of Ahmad, man. I'm a massive fan of him. He's definitely yeah, Ahmad's a massive player, man, for Manchester United. And he's a top player, man. So yeah, I think when he comes back to Manchester United from AFCON, again, man, I need to see Ahmad playing high up the pitch, man. I can't see him playing wing back, man. It's dumb. It's dumb. Didn't catch any AFCON games, just the two Prem games, you know. Yeah, big up Fitz, man. Yeah, as I said, I've only this is the first game I've watched today. As I said, I caught the last 10-15 minutes of the Algeria game. Obviously beating Burkina Faso 1-0. But again, a lot of the favourites, you know, they're getting the job done, man. You know, so yeah, I think next round is going to be interesting. But obviously, Ivory Coast are the holders right now. Um, but yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, man. Calvert Lewin scored again, boy. Calvert Lewin scored again. You know, man's got what 8 goals now. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, crazy, man. But yeah, no, I think as I said, today's game, man, was a it was a competitive game. You know, I think the quality side of it wasn't that high, but yeah, as I said, man, I think there's definitely there's definitely talent in that Afcon, man, for sure. There's definitely talent in the Afcon, man. I think again, there's a good representation for Premier League for me in this tournament. You know, you think of Ivory Coast, Ahmad, Sangare from Nottingham Forest. Who else was there? That's a point. Simon Adingra didn't get called up for Ivory Coast. Forgot about Adingra. Yeah, he didn't even get called up for Ivory Coast. Who was it? So Sangare. I swear there was someone. Ahmad. I swear there was someone else that's from the Premier League as well. And then Cameroon obviously had Beleba, Mbuemo. Who else was there? Beleba, Mbuemo. I think there might be a couple more, man. But yeah, I think there's definitely talent, man, in that Afcon, and I wouldn't be surprised, man, if a few other clubs come and sniff for some of them players, because some of them players are decent, to be fair. You know. Gav, who do you think has been the best player in this Premier League so far? Who's been the best player? So if we're talking about for the whole season, like starting from start to finish, I'd have to say Moises Caicedo. I think Caicedo's been probably the most consistent and the best player so far this season for me. I don't think I've seen Caicedo have a bad game. Like he's that good. As I said, with Caicedo, defensively and offensively, you know, he's literally he's probably like a 7 out of 10 across the board in everything. And if you get a player that's 7 out of 10 out of everything, that's a top player there. You know, yeah, he's very good. So for me, yeah, I think he's been the best player so far for me this season, from start to finish. Who's the most informed player right now in the Premier League for me? That's playing at a certain level. I think you can't look no further than Ryan Cherky. I would say. I think Ryan Cherky is a massive difference maker right now for Man City, no doubt. Man said Calvin Lewis is going to the World Cup. But I don't know Calvin Lewis, man, but I know Calvert Lewin. Um, so yeah, England. So as backup to Kane and Tony, like England are not taking three strikers. I can say that for free. There's even question marks if they take two strikers. I think they'll take if they take strikers, they'll take obviously Harry Kane and then a backup to Harry Kane. But because there's so many attacking midfielders and players that can play off the front, they might sacrifice a striker and just bring in more attacking midfielders, Thomas Tuchel. So it depends. So it's going to be Kane and it's going to be Ivan Tony. Well, Ivan Tony should be there, but he won't go. Um, and then you're looking at the likes of Ollie Watkins, Calvert Lewin's probably got himself in the frame now. There was talk of Danny Welbeck as well. So I think it's between them, if I'm honest. But yeah, I think England only take Harry Kane, and then I've got a feeling if they do take one more striker, yeah, it's going to be between um, Welbeck, Calvert Lewin, and probably Ollie Watkins. You know, Ivan Tony should be there, but Ivan Tony hasn't been in the last squad, so yeah, I can't see it, man. But again, they might never take another striker. They might just pack out the midfield with attacking midfielders. So yeah, um, yeah. Look, Erling Haaland's been he's been a ridiculous goal scorer, but he hasn't been the best player for me. Um, like if I'm talking about the best player in terms of consistency of performance, high level performance, as I said, I can't look no further than Caicedo for me. But in terms of numbers, yeah, Erling Haaland's up there. I think he's what? He's got eight more goals than the second next. I think Igor Thiago's got got 11 league goals. I think Haaland's on 19. So just shows you, man. Just shows you. Um, yeah, it's crazy. I butcher names all the time. Yeah, big up, man. Big up for coming through. Guys, make sure we're smashing the like button. Make sure we're subbing to the channel as well. As I said, anyone watch the AFCON? Anyone watch AFCON today, guys? Yeah, listen, Calvert Lewin, man, he's scoring goals, man. That's what I will say. That's what I will tell you. He's scoring goals at the moment. Guys, make sure you vote as well. So Aston Villa playing Arsenal on Tuesday. If Aston Villa win that game, and I'll tell you now, they're without two key players. Well, I'll definitely say Boubacar Kamara is a key player, and obviously Matty Cash is out as well. But the Matty Cash one might actually work in their favour because it means that there'll be for me. 'Cause I reckon they could play Ezri Konsa at right back. They could play him at right back. Who knows? But I think Boubacar Kamara is a massive miss for them. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do because, you know, Anana. Now, big up to Claire, man. Listen, I didn't take it that way anyway, but big up. Big up to Babs One Diva as well for the super sticker. Big up. But yeah, no, I think with Aston Villa's midfield, Amadou Onana obviously didn't start against Chelsea, but he'll play. And I wonder if they play because that Lamar Bogard come on for Kamara. So I think Bogard might play in place of Kamara in that DM role. And then they're going to have Tillemans and Anana in there. And again, Tillemans is a massive player for Aston Villa. So I'm looking forward to that game on Tuesday, man. Definitely watching that game on Tuesday. It's a massive game. And as I said, if Aston Villa, even if Villa pick up points, I think if they pick up points against Arsenal, whether it's a draw, I'm telling you now, man, they're gonna take some stopping, Aston Villa, because like if you look at all the teams they've played, man, they've beaten Chelsea, they've beaten Man City, they've beaten Arsenal. The only blemish is they lost to Liverpool. But if they go and beat Arsenal, then for me they're firmly in the title race, man. So again, if anyone hasn't voted on my recent posts, go over there and vote and let me know what you think. 2-2 draw stamped all over it. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it. But the way that Villa came back against Chelsea, yeah, um, shows that they got a lot of resilience. Shows that they got a lot of resilience. So for me, um, again, I know they're missing some players, but I think you'd have to say, man, that um, yeah, you'd have to say that they'll be going there in confidence, man. Ollie Watkins as well, you know, getting 2 goals from the bench. Um, Morgan Rogers again is going to be a threat. So yeah, man, I definitely do think, man, they're gonna cause problems. I'm gonna subscribe because you deserve it. Yeah, big up. Listen, yeah, guys, make sure you're smashing the likes as well. We got 9 likes and there's 8 of you watching, so let's smash the likes. Let's sub to the channel as well, and let's share the channel as well. And guys, go over and check out all my other content as well. So you know, there's some good content in there. They're all under playlists as well. So yeah, just go and give that a check and see what you wanna watch. But big up. I reckon the midfield would be Onana, McGinn for the energy, and Tillemans hopefully a Rogers masterclass, either a cam or off the left. Yeah, I think that's how they're going to line up as well. I think what they're going to do, they're going to play the same system, but I think Martinez will be in goal. I think Matson plays left back, and Matson against Saka is going to be a very good battle because Matson's very tenacious and he's got pace as well. And that battle with him and Saka will be good. I think the fact that Cash is out, they've either got 2 choices. They either put Konsa at right back and then bring in Pau Torres and then play Lindelof and Torres as 2 centre backs, or they can play Konsa and keep Konsa and Lindelof, and then Bogard can play right back, or they could play. I'm trying to think who their backup right back is. I don't think they got backup right back. So yeah, Konsa could play right back. I don't know, and they could, as I say, bring in Pau Torres if he's fit enough, and then play Torres and Lindelof as the 2 centre backs. The midfield, as I said, Anana will play with. Yeah, I think McGinn will go centrally, or they could play Bogard in place of Kamara and play Bogard, Anana, Tillemans, keep McGinn on the right, Rogers on the left, and Watkins restored to the team. You know, or they could play Doniel Marlon from the right, Watkins, Rogers, and then play McGinn, Onana, Tillemans. So yeah, they've got options, man. They've definitely got options to change it up. But I think the very fact that Unai Emery is a very good manager and he knows what he's doing, I think they're going to give Arsenal problems, man. And I don't know if Timber's going to be back. I think Ben White's still out injured. But if Timber's not back, they might play Declan Rice at right back again. And again, that battle, if Declan Rice does play at right back, the battle between him and Rodgers will be good, to be fair. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that game, man. 100% looking forward to that game. With how the league has been and the points difference, top and 6, I think there has to be more contenders than usual. This year reminds me of the season Leicester won it. Poor all round, so it's anyone's. Yeah, as I said, man, I still think Man City are winning it for me. I'm still going to say Man City. But I think the fact that Aston Villa, I mean, 11 games, 1 in a row, you know, and that Chelsea game, you know, I would have thought they'd have picked up a draw at least, yeah. The fact they come back from 1-0 behind to win it just shows you that, I mean, they're on some serious form and there's confidence there. But this will be the game which lets me know because, as I said, even if they don't win it, if they get a draw, then I think a draw is a good result because they've taken 4 points off of Arsenal, you know, and that's another team that are trying to win the title as well. And as I said, Arsenal for me cannot afford to slip up or even draw a game because the way City are playing and they've got players coming back as well, and City are used to being in this position, you know, they're gonna put pressure onto Arsenal. So again, Villa and Arsenal are playing Tuesday, and I think City play Thursday against Sunderland. Yeah, they play Thursday against Sunderland away, so that'd be a tough game. But again, if those two draw and then City beat Sunderland, City go top. And then, as I said, man, it's now about chasing City down. And City are used to being in that situation. For me, I reckon we'll take two strikers with Harry Kane and Ollie Watkins. And I'd like to see how we would play with Ollie Watkins because he's a good striker, but doesn't have the same ability as Kane. Yeah, listen, I hear it, but Ollie Watkins is just going to be literally a backup if he comes. Like literally, Harry Kane's going to play every game, and the only way Harry Kane won't play is if he gets injured or a suspension. But he's going to play every game, and if England, let's say England will win the game comfortably, and they want to rest Kane for the next game, that's when a Watkins might come on. But the thing is with the England squad, they've got so many attacking midfielders, they might risk leaving out a striker to bring an attacking midfielder. And this is why someone like Bellingham, yeah? Bellingham, for me, I wouldn't take Bellingham. But the thing is, Bellingham might sneak into this squad because of what I'm saying. They might not take a striker. So he might be the player that Tuchel takes and Watkins or someone like that not going. But if it was down to me, then I wouldn't take Bellingham. I wouldn't, because there's too many better players for me that play where he's gonna play. So yeah, I wouldn't take him, no way. If they take 6 points from Arsenal in a season, whilst the top three, they have to be contenders, innit? Yeah, listen, I agree. If they beat Arsenal on Tuesday, they're in that title picture. 100% they're in there. But again, I think Kamara's a massive miss for them. But this is where we're going to see, you know, what they're really on. And I believe Unai Emery is going to have something up his sleeve as well to out tactic Arteta. Are you a footballer? I'm not, but I used to play for Chelsea and Tottenham in the academy back in the day. Yeah, that Chelsea for 7 years, Tottenham for 3 years. So yeah, I've had mad experiences in football, man. So again, I'm well versed in football, man, from whatever league, you know what I mean, just football in general. But big up. Harry Kane will never ever play for Argentina. What a mad comment that is. Yo, that's sick. Can you give me a tip? Yeah, listen, man. I mean, obviously, I'm not sure how old you are, but if it's your dream to become a professional footballer, man, you have to go the extra mile. So whether it's, you know, training every day to perfect your craft, you know, eating properly, sleeping properly, you know, having like a tunnel vision to just know that it's football and nothing else. That's half the battle, you know what I mean? But again, with football, for me, yeah, it's one of them things where it's never been so much easier to become a professional football in this era right now. Because you think of social media, you think of so many things that are in place as well. So again, my tip to any young player coming through, man, is how bad do you really want it? Like that's what it comes down to. You know, if you're putting in the work every day to get better, and as I said, if you're doing the things like sleeping properly, you know, no alcohol, training, being disciplined, doing uncomfortable things, you know, that are going to better yourself, then listen, that's where it starts from, you know, because you got to think of it like this. The amount of people that are trying to become a professional footballer, what makes you stand out? That's the difference, you know what I mean? So what football academy do you recommend? I'm 12 years old. Well, it's not football. It's not what I recommend. It's you know what I mean? Are you actually playing for a club? You know? Are you you know, is that obviously there should be scouts that are watching talent. So it's not what I recommend. It's what they see in you, really. You know what I mean? Gav, not sure if you have said this, but did you play with any of the footballers who are playing now? So obviously from back in the day, you know, I played against Wayne Rooney and Samir Nasri when I was 14 at Chelsea in a tournament. Obviously, five-a-side I play now. Most recently played against Rio Ngumoa, who's at Liverpool. But yeah, there's been players in my age group that have made it professionally that are not playing no more. But yeah, the most notable one, was, as I said, Wayne Rooney and Samir Nasri. Played against them when I was like 14. As I say, when Rooney was at Everton and Samir Nasri was at Marseille. So again, was playing in the tournament and I played against them. And as I said, there's no surprise why these guys made it to become professional footballers, and two of the best as well that have played in England, no doubt. So, but yeah, I've had mad experiences, you know. Gav, what team did you play for? Chelsea and Tottenham in the academy. At Chelsea for 7 years, Tottenham for 3 years. Guys, make sure we're smashing the likes. We got 10 likes at the moment. Going to go for another 10 minutes and then we're going to wrap it up. And obviously, you're going to be live tomorrow, guys, at 5:30 for the usual stream with myself, Fitz, and with Jonas as well. So, again, wins all around. Man United, Liverpool. So yeah, we're gonna get into the chat and obviously talk about the weekend football as well. So yeah, make sure you guys come through at 5:30 tomorrow for our usual stream. And again, make sure you come through and support the channel and give us your questions and comments as we discuss the weekend football and as we discuss Liverpool's game and Manchester United's game. Bonjour, man. Frenchman in the house. Big up. Big up. Gav, you see the rumours about Liverpool going for Cameroon? Bro, listen. Do not get me angry, man. Please. Do not get me angry. I haven't seen it and I don't wish to see it either. But do not get me angry. Because anyhow, Camavinga goes to Liverpool, I ain't going to be happy, man. Camavinga's the one player that I wanted Manchester United to sign for years. I wanted him when he was at Rennes. When he was at Rennes, I wanted him. So if he's going to Liverpool, I'll be honest with you, I ain't going to be happy, man. Because I'd have to say, with that signing, Liverpool will be back, man. Because I'm looking at the core of Liverpool's team, yeah? And to think that they've got players at a certain age of, if Camavinga was to go there, Camavinga, Wirtz. Guys, I told you about Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz, for me, he's one of my favourite players. And there's no doubt he's gonna be good. But if I'm looking at Camavinga, Wirtz, Ekatike, Gravenberch, and then you throw in the Kanates, the Van Dijks, if Kanate stays there, etc. And there's more players there. Listen, they're gonna be a problem, man. So I hope it's not true. Put it that way. What is your name? So my channel's name's GavGoesIn. GavGoesIn. That's my channel name. Camavinga would be good backup dancer to McAllister, don't you think? Nah, that's nonsense, man. Backup dancer to McAllister. Like, Camavinga's one of the best players in the world, man. The only thing that's going against Camavinga is his injury record. Because if he stays fit, he's one of the best midfielders in the world. No doubt, man. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. If he stays fit, man, you're talking about one of the best midfielders in the world. He's that good, Camavinga. You know what I mean? Just that the injuries have killed him at the moment. Bro, the worst part is the article below that Liverpool/Camavinga. One said, yeah, I see that today as well. James Garner. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not even going to take that seriously, man. Man United not going to bring back James Garner. And again, James Garner, to be fair, he's been good this season. But Man United need to be serious, man, and stop with the nonsense. Go and get me Baleba if you can't get Camavinga, and keep it moving, man. And then just restore Kobe to this team once this manager goes. And then if you want to go and get a Walton, then go and get a Walton as well, or an Anderson. But just go and get me Baleba if you can't get Camavinga, man, as the first signing. That's all I ask. You know what I mean? Rangers or Celtic? Boy, I mean, I've liked Celtic from back in the day when they had Henrik Larsson. You know, again, Rangers had a few players I liked. I don't know if anyone remembers a Dutch striker called Michael Moles. I'm taking it way back now. Michael Moles, Bryan Laudrup. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're taking it way back. But yeah, I think at the moment I can't really tell. I mean, I gotta say Celtic, man. They got a black manager in, so I gotta support the brother, man. So yeah, probably Celtic at the moment. You guys should get Harry Kane. Yeah, Harry Kane's not a possibility, man. That's a fantasy. Harry Kane's what, 32 now, I think, and Harry Kane's gonna want a lot of money. Again, he's on a decline as well, and yeah, it's just not realistic to get Harry Kane. The Harry Kane boat has sailed, man. As I said, it's not realistic to get Harry Kane. Article said he would be competition. Nah, listen. If you play Gravenberch and Camavinga midfield, boy, listen, that'll be a problem. That would be a problem. You know, because Camavinga can play as a 6 and an 8. Gravenberch can play as a 6 and an 8. So if you imagine if they played Camavinga, Gravenberch as a midfield 2, and then, you know, you've got other options of McAllister, Szoboszlai, and you could play Wirtz in the 10 as well. Listen, they're going to be a problem, man. I just hope it's not true that they're going for Camavinga, because I'm gonna like, I can't see Camavinga playing in a red shirt that is at Manchester United. So yeah, listen, I'm not gonna be happy with that, man. I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you, man. How's it going, Gav? Shame we couldn't hold out to get something out of Man City. What team are you? You guys? Oh, what? Nottingham Forest, yeah? Yeah, listen, Nottingham Forest played well, though. They didn't actually play well, but listen, when you got a player like Cherky, yeah? As I said to you before, Cherky, this is a guy that's going to be battling for Ballon d'Or in the future for me. Like, Cherky won City that game. Goal and assist. And again, if you look at his assists, yeah, people might his assist to Reinders might go over people's heads, yeah. Look at the weight of pass that he done for Reinders, because he put the right weight of pass into Reinders' path, left foot finish through the legs. You know, some players would have put too much on the ball, but the right weight of pass and the finish was through the keeper's legs. So yeah, Ryan Cherky, man. He won City that game, no doubt. Yeah, listen, he's a massive difference, man. Massive difference. Like, when you got that quality, man. Again, I urge people to go back and watch. As I say to you, Cherky, there's a shooting drill that Cherky was doing. Right foot and left foot. Go and see if you can find the clip. Yeah, I think he was at Lyon or the French national team, and the guy's hitting corners both feet, like half volleys, like placement. It's just ridiculous. Like, he's that talented. So it's not a surprise, man. Cherky's doing what he's doing, because and what makes me sick here is that he should be at Manchester United, and the fact that City got him for 34 million is ridiculous, because this is where scouting and having an eye for a player comes into it, because there's loads of us that were saying Ryan Cherky, and they've allowed Cherky to go to Man City. And as I said, I'm expecting Cherky to be batting it out with Yamal and a few others for Ballon d'Or in the future, you know? Who's going to win the league? City for me. Turkey is better than Wirtz. Well, if you're saying based on this season, then I hear that. But listen, don't sleep on Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz is a top player, man. He's a top player, Florian Wirtz. Like he's only 22 as well. So him and Turkey are the same age. But yeah, Florian Wirtz is a top player, man. So yeah, he's gonna come good, man. Who would I rather, Turkey or Wirtz? It's tough, you know. It's tough. I'd probably just say Turkey, yeah. But I'm a massive fan of Wirtz, man. I say Wirtz is one of my favorite players. Yeah, you guys taking the piss, man. Like Haaland for 50 odd mil, Turkey for 34. I mean, you even got Reinders, yeah. Reinders is one of the best midfielders in Europe as well. Right, and the fact that Pep is now playing him in a system which gets the best out of Reinders, you know, is credit to Pep as well. Because Reinders is a box-to-box midfielder that can get goals. You know, he got 15 goals last season for AC Milan. And the fact that the fact that you guys got all them players. I think Reinders cost about, what, 40, 50 million, I think, as well. Ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous the amount of deals that Man City do and get them spot on as well. Gav, do you think David Beckham should coach for the England football team? No. No, I don't think Beckham should coach for the England football team. I mean, Beckham's an icon, but in a different way for the country. But like just because you're an icon or you're a legend of the game doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be a good coach. And again, Beckham was a great player, man, but he hasn't got no coaching credentials. So yeah, no, I don't think he should be coach for the England team. But Calvert-Lewin, man, what's he got? 8 league goals now, yeah? Yeah, listen, maybe a free kick coach. Yeah, I hear it. yeah, maybe a free kick coach. But I'm not even sure if he's got his badges or anything like that. But let's just say, man, Sir Alex Ferguson's record of, you know, the Busby Babes players, you know, the likes of the Giggses, the Gary Nevilles, the Phil Nevilles, well, not even the Busby Babes, but the Scholeses, the Roy Keanes, his former players. Not one of them are good managers. So again, just because you're a top manager yourself doesn't mean you're going to create good managers. Because not one of their managers are good for me. The best out of them from Ferguson's former players that I think has got something is Michael Carrick. But the rest of them, that's why Roy Keane's in the studio, because he's not a great manager or a man manager either. I don't know what Scholes' coaching is like. Gary Neville, we know what happened to him at Valencia. That's why he's back on TV talking about it. Phil Neville was struggling in America. So yeah, man, like let's leave the old Ferguson players alone, man, and let them do their own thing, man, because management is not for them, man. It's clear, you know. Fergie's Fledlings, the PR name, yeah, Fergie's Fledlings. We're gonna get Semenyo as well. We are packed. Yeah, listen, I'll tell you now that Semenyo signing, if they get him, not because Semenyo is a great player, yeah. I think he's a good player, but the Semenyo signing for me, that secures the title for them. Because you've got a player there that's got pace and power and he scores goals. And when you put him into a Man City team that create chances, you know, he's going to thrive in that environment. So it's a very smart signing by City. And as I said, if you think you've got him and Doku on the left-hand side, and then you've got Cherki on the right-hand side, Savinho on the right-hand side, and if you want to change the system up and play Cherki in the 10, and then play 2 physical and quick players in Semenyo and Doku, again, man, it's going to be an asset for them, put it that way. You know what I mean? Semenyo is a replacement for Bernardo. Well, no, he can't be because they're different players. Yeah, Scholes had the Oldham job for 2 days. Well, there you go, Flitz. There you go. Nah, Semenyo's not a replacement for Bernardo Silva. He can't be because Bernardo Silva is a number 10 by trade, but obviously plays central midfield now and has played out wide. And Semenyo's a wide man, so he's not a direct replacement for him. He's not. If you're looking at the direct replacement, you would say for Bernardo Silva, you're probably looking at Phil Foden. But Semenyo's not the replacement for Bernardo Silva. Semenyo's an opportunity signing where he's got a release clause, and to get someone like him for 65 mil, and again, you're not going to pay all that money up front. It's a smart signing. It's a very smart signing. So, yeah. But yeah, he's not a replacement for Bernardo Silva. Guys, what was the Tottenham score today? I didn't see the game. Tottenham and Palace. Did anyone see the Tottenham and Palace game today? Oh, Spurs won 1-0. Okay. Well, who scored? One 0 you know. Spurs had 2 disallowed goals through VAR. Okay. Archie Gray, yeah? Man like Archie Gray. Okay. So what's that? Tottenham now on what? 20... That's been on 25 points now then. Let me check. Richarlison, 2 disallowed goals. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll tell you now, yeah. Richarlison scoring goals for them though this season. Let's see. So let's see this. Let's see this table, this Premier League table. Do you support Man United? I do, unfortunately at the moment, has to be said. So you got Arsenal on 42 points, City 40, Villa 39, and look at that, Liverpool down 32 points. And Liverpool's next game is Leeds, which won't be easy, but they're at home, so you'd expect that. So again, guys, look at from 5th place Chelsea, yeah? So Chelsea and United are in joint 5th. Man United and Chelsea done the same thing, actually. Both won 8, both drawn 5, both lost 5. So both on 29 points. Sunderland are on 28 points. Brentford are on 26 points. Palace are on 26 points. Fulham are on 26 points. Tottenham and Everton are on 25 points. Brighton are on 24 points. Newcastle are on 23 points. Bournemouth are on 22 points. Leeds are on 20 points. Yeah? So, guys, remember I said, yeah, if this manager, Ruben Amorim, somehow lasts the whole season, yeah, do not be surprised if Manchester United don't finish in the top half. And the reason I say that, yeah, is because from Leeds to Manchester United, and Leeds are a promoted team, yeah, there's 9 points. And Man United Leeds' next game after Liverpool is Manchester United. So if Leeds pick up points against Liverpool, let's say, and beat United, all of a sudden, man, it's crazy. But United have got Wolves, yeah? And United should be beating Wolves. But something is telling me, yeah, I don't know why, but I can see Wolves picking up a draw. I don't know why. But as I said, man, from 16th place on 20 points all the way to 5th is 9 points, which is obviously 3 wins. And again, that can be changed just like that. Yeah. And then if you look at Tottenham and Everton, for instance, yeah, if Man United was to somehow lose to Wolves and Tottenham and Everton win their next games, they're 1 point behind Man United. If Fulham was to win, their next game and United lose, they're level on points with United. The same with Palace. The same with Brentford. And again, Sunderland are a point behind. So as I said, guys, this league table this season is madness. It's absolute madness. So it's madness. Yeah, big up for subbing, man. Big up. Appreciate it. Do you think Wolves will get lowest points ever in the Prem? So yeah, Derby has the lowest 11. Yeah. Nah, I think Wolves get. I'm gonna say Wolves pick up more points. I think there's what 20 games left. Yeah, and to beat Derby's total, yeah, of 11. Yeah, I mean they're gonna get 9 points, 10 points. Sorry. So they're gonna get 10 points. They have to, man. You know. So yeah, I think they beat Derby's record, man. I think the fact that they got beat 2-1 by Liverpool, you know, Man United have to be alert, man, because I thought going to Liverpool, I know Liverpool haven't been great this season, but I'm thinking Liverpool will beat them 3-0, maybe 4. You know what I mean? 2-1, hanging on in the end, it sounded like. So yeah. I think they beat Derby's record, man. But 2 points at the moment is scandalous. But don't be surprised they pick up a draw against Man United. Do not be surprised. A few weeks ago, I predicted will be the first team Wolves beat this season. Still back in it, bro. I can't even contemplate Wolves beating United. I'm just gonna say a draw. Like it wouldn't surprise me if it's a draw. Because as I said, man, that Man United game against Newcastle, I think everyone got excited from the first half. But again, you know, things could have gone horribly wrong because there was chances for Newcastle in that first half, you know, and definitely in the second half. And what I would say is the main thing was 3 points, yeah? But, yeah, the main thing was 3 points. But if we're honest, man, that second half was concerning. And if there was more quality from Newcastle, they would have definitely got back into the game. Because if you think of the chance that Harvey Barnes laid back for Anthony Gordon, you know, that was the back decision making because he should have squared that to Johan Visser, who was literally there for a tapping. And he went for the cutback for the harder chance. So yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. Guys, come on, make sure we're smashing the likes. We've got 14 likes. There's 8 of you in there. Let's at least hit 20 if we can as a minimum. So if you haven't smashed the like button and you're in there and you enjoy the content, just smash the like button, guys. Smashing the like button helps the channel be seen by more people. Yeah, they're shocking, man. They got a point against Spurs, but yeah, Spurs all over the place this season. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That second half was an absolute disgrace. Lenny Yoro's a centre-back. He put him at right-back. Why? Yeah? Taking Casemiro off. Why? Bringing Fletcher on. Why? And the thing is, as told you guys already, yeah, he only brought Fletcher on as a fuck you to Kobe Minu. That's why. Because that Fletcher's nowhere near good enough. And it's not his fault. But why is he bringing on Fletcher? Doesn't make any sense. Bringing on Joshua Zirkzee, and then having him and Cunha as the 2 most advanced players and playing 6 at the back. So that means when the ball gets forward, them guys have got no one to link with. Like, it's idiotic what this man just doing. And as I said, if Newcastle would have got a goal and got a draw, yeah, this manager would have been on the receiving end, man, of some massive criticism. Because to make those changes again was ridiculous, man. So, yeah, crazy. Yeah, big up my guy, man, for coming through. I got a new Turkey shirt for Christmas. Yeah, listen, man, it's not a bad name to get on the back of your shirt, man. Turkey's a top player, man, top player. But he was always touted to be a top player anyway. And as I said, man, you guys can enjoy Turkey, man, because yeah, he's ridiculous. Right, guys, we're going to wrap it up in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes. Just watching the match of the day. Tell you now, this was a much needed win for Tottenham. I think if Tottenham would have lost this game, man, I don't know what would happen to Thomas Frank, man. But I heard the football in the first half wasn't great. Big up to Gamer Boy, man. Big up. Gav, I had my game today. We effing lost, bro. 4-3. 4-3, yeah? What? Who did you play? What was it? Top of the table or how did you play individually though? Let us know, United fan. Let us know how you played individually. Who's your favorite player? You know what? I get asked this all the time, man. I can't tell you my favorite because if I say one, I can't leave out the other two. But my three favorite players of all time is Messi, Ronaldinho, and the real Ronaldo, R9. They're my three favorite ever players. And then you've got the likes of other players like Neymar, Pogba, Hazard, Anthony Martial. I like Paulo Dybala as well. Obviously now Yamal and Pedri are my two favourites. I like Florian Wirtz as well. Amad Diallo, Michael Olise. Yeah, there's top players, man. There's top players, but yeah, those three: Messi, R9, and Ronaldinho for me, and obviously Zidane as well. There's loads of players, man. There's Andres Iniesta, one of my favourites, and it's Sergio Busquets. There's probably players that I've forgotten, man. But yeah, man, crazy. Lamens and Martinez both made it into Troy Deeney's team of the week. So what was one playing on pitch then? Yeah. Oh, crazy. Now we're fourth right now. We could have gone top because it's close, but I played all right. Some good saves. Big up, man. Big up. I mean, obviously, try next time. Try and aim for that clean sheet, man. You know what I mean? Try and talk to your defense, man. Be a bit more organized. But yeah, listen, man. As long as you feel that you played well, that's the main thing. Focus on personal performance, man. If your performance is good, then it should inspire everyone around you. Yeah, David Silva, man. David Silva's a bad boy. And you know what's actually funny, yeah? If you was to ask the majority of fans, recent fans now, yeah, David Silva or Kevin De Bruyne, I guarantee you a lot of them would say Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is nowhere near David Silva as a player. Nowhere near him. But a lot of people, I guarantee you, will tell you Kevin De Bruyne is better than David Silva. No way. No fucking way. R9 or Pepe? What kind of question is that? R9's a striker. Pepe is a defender. Yeah, Berbatov was a magician, man. He was. I'm a left winger or a cam. So that means are you right-footed, yeah? Inverted. Yeah, big up to Foxy Danny. Big up. Yeah, guys, make sure you're smashing the like. Make sure you're subbing to the channel if you're new in here as well. I mean, there's only so much I can do at some point. The second goal they scored was a top bin shot. Like, bro, I'm 5'8". Come on now. Hey, listen, I've seen some 5'8" keepers, man. Agility's mad, so I don't hear no excuses. Colin Bell and Francis Lee, Franny Lee, yeah. Big up to James Kershaw. Colin Bell and Francis Lee. Guys, who do you reckon? Who you having? Kevin De Bruyne or David Silva? Who's the better player? Let's see what the chat thinks. Kevin De Bruyne or David Silva? Yeah, big up, man. David Silva, David Silva. I thought I was alone, you know. I did think I was alone because recency bias would say Kevin De Bruyne, but... All right, let's give you some other players, guys, before we wrap it up. Let's see. I was gonna ask this one, but I'm gonna change it. Yeah. Marcelo or Ashley Cole? So Marcelo or Ashley Cole? I'm a Man United supporter, man. I like Barca as well. Yeah, big up, man. Marcelo, yeah, Marcelo for me. Marcelo for me, man. Marcelo for me. I mean, people might say Maldini, but Maldini obviously was a centre-back. But I don't think I've seen a better left-back than Marcelo for me. I think he was as talented as some wingers. He was that good. Okay, let's go. Trying to think of someone. Trying to think now. Guys, I've got a good one. Mesut Ozil or Kevin De Bruyne? Zanetti or Trent? All right, listen, don't mention Trent with Zanetti. That's embarrassing. Zanetti or Trent? You can't mention Trent Alexander-Arnold alongside Javier Zanetti. That's a disgrace, man. Company or Vidic? Vincent Company for me. Shearer or Rooney? Rooney for me. CR7 or Messi? Well, that's the easiest one of the day. Lionel Messi, easily. Nah, listen, Ozil was a bad boy, man. We can't do that. Ozil was a bad boy. Ozil or David Silva? I've got to say David Silva. But Ozil was underrated, man. Oh, Yaya or Vieira? Well, I'm gonna tell you who I'm gonna tell you why it's Yaya Toure, yeah? Yaya Toure for me, yeah, is arguably the best midfielder to play in the Premier League. I'd argue that of anyone. Yaya Toure had no weaknesses. He had no weaknesses. Like when people say who are the best midfielders to play in the Premier League, yeah, the usual names come up, yeah. But for me, Yaya Toure was the most complete midfielder. Like he can do everything. Defensively, offensively. Like he had no weaknesses. And that's me as a Man United fan saying, you know, there's some players that are just untouchable, and he was one of them. Pulisic or Kane? Well, Kane's a striker. Pulisic is a left winger, so we can't compare them. Xavi or Iniesta? Iniesta for me. Iniesta's one of the best midfielders of all time, in my opinion. He was a top player. Modric or Xavi? I think it's better doing the Iniesta comparison with Modric. You know, Iniesta or Modric? I mean, Modric was a top player, but I've got to say Iniesta, man. I think... Do you know how I rate Iniesta, yeah? Iniesta, for me, was the Messi of his position. That's how I rate him. Pep Guardiola or Carlo Ancelotti? As players, oh, as players, it was Pep. As managers, it's difficult, man, because Carlo is one of the greats. Modric or Xavi? I mean, Xavi was a bad boy, man. I'd probably say Modric, but it could be Modric or Xavi for me. Rodri or Yaya Toure? Again, different players for me. I know Yaya Toure did play DM at yeah, that's a better one. Busquets or Rodri? Well, Busquets for me, man. I mean, Rodri is a poor man's Busquets. The way to describe Rodri and Busquets, yeah, is that Rodri is he's a physical Busquets in a sense. But yeah, you can't compare Rodri or Yaya Toure for me. Yaya Toure in his peak was better as a box-to-box midfielder, or even when he played number 10. Essien or Rice? Probably Marco Essien. Yeah, probably say Marco Essien. Gav, do you think England will get far in the World Cup 2026? Not for me. I think once they meet, if they meet a France, Spain, Argentina, Brazil, Germany or a Portugal, a team like that, this is when we're gonna see. But I've watched England for too many years in tournaments, yeah. And again, the World Cup qualifiers is nothing to take away, because when they're playing up against the likes of Malta and Liechtenstein and Luxembourg and all these other countries, these guys are part-time players, so they should be beating them. But when England play against teams that are going to test them, they very rarely win. So I just got a feeling when they play against any of them teams, I don't know what they're going to... I can't see them getting past it. And a lot of it's going to be with team selection, because is Thomas Tuchel going to be under pressure to pick certain players? And the certain players are the Bellingham's in the squad, the Bukayo Saka's in the lineup. If he's under pressure to pick them, then for me, they won't get far. But who knows, man? Pep or Ferguson? Ooh. In terms of trophies, probably I'd say Pep. I mean, I know Ferguson's got, what, 13 league titles? And, what, 2 Champions Leagues? What's Pep got? Has Pep got 2 Champions Leagues as well? Or 3? Pep or Ferguson? You know what? I think Pep will surpass Ferguson for me. And the reason I say that is because a lot of the things that's leveled at Pep is kind of unfair. They always say he always gets given the best teams. But unfortunately, the level of manager that he is, he's always going to get the best teams. I mean, he was a ex-Barcelona player, and obviously the transition from Barcelona B to the first team, like, he can't help that. That's just what it is, isn't it? And he went to Bayern Munich. Now he's at Man City. It depends what you're basing it on. You know what I mean? Because I think bias will say Ferguson, but a lot of Ferguson's teams was because of Carlos Queiroz. You know, when United went to the 4-3-3 and they had the Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez, that was based off of Carlos Queiroz, you know what I mean? So Ferguson's number 2 had a massive input in what was going on. But Pep has always kind of played this way, innit? The way he plays. And he's adapting it. He's adapting now. But yeah, I'd have to... it's hard, man. It's hard. But I'm going to... Because Pep for me... I think Pep for me will be one of the greatest ever managers for me. Just because of what he's won. And just because of how successful... Because, I mean, the guy very rarely goes through a season without winning something. Which, to be fair, it has to count for something. So I think Pep will surpass Ferguson. But if anyone wanted to say at the moment Ferguson, then I hear it. Erling Haaland or Dembele? Well, you can't compare them because Haaland's a striker. I know Dembele's playing through the middle now as a false nine, but he's always played as a wide man, so I can't really compare them players. Batistuta or Del Piero? Again, you can't compare them because Batistuta for me was a proper number 9. Del Piero was a number 10. A better comparison with Del Piero would be Francesco Totti. Totti or Del Piero, if we're comparing like for like. Roy Keane or Kante? Um, well, Roy Keane was a better footballer than N'Golo Kante. But Kante was instrumental in what France won. What World Cup, obviously for Leicester winning the league title as well. Chelsea obviously winning Chelsea winning Champions League, I think, with Kante and winning league title as well. It's difficult. It depends what we're comparing. Rui Costa or Guti? Listen, Guti was a bad boy, but I've got to go for Rui Costa. But Guti was class. And again, yeah, when you have players like Guti and fans out there expect us to back Jude Bellingham, shows you where the level's gone because Guti wasn't a starter for Real Madrid because the level at Real Madrid was high, yeah? And Guti was that good. He was just seen as a good player. But anyone that watched Guti would know how good Guti was. And to think that Guti wasn't rated like that, but yet you've got Jude Bellingham running around Real Madrid's midfield doing nothing, and we're meant to rate that. Yeah, not for me, man. But probably Rui Costa. Yeah, Del Piero was a bad boy, man. He was. Perez or Mahrez? Ooh. You know what? Two top players, but I've got to say Riyad Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez is class, man, for me. But Perez was sick, man. He was. Isn't it fair to say that Sir Alex Ferguson as a manager is untouched, but in terms of on-the-grass innovation and coaching, it's Pep? Yeah, listen, I'd go along with that. I'd go along with that. But, yeah, I mean, man manager, I think Ferguson's definitely up there. But, yeah, again, man, it depends what we're discussing. But it's hard to dissect a lot of these things, really, with him. Got to be Fergie. He built teams. Pep could go somewhere to build and prove it. He chooses not to. Yeah, it's unfair though, man. It's unfair because we can only base Pep on what he's doing now, isn't it, really? And the facts are, he's still regardless of the money, yeah, he still had to put teams together, get them playing in a certain way to win stuff. So it is difficult. Come on, Gav. Can you imagine Sir Alex with today's money? He wouldn't ever be beat. Yeah, but again, do you know why I don't go with that opinion, yeah? Is because the era that Ferguson was in, you could more or less say it's the same thing what City are doing with their money because Man United were buying all the best players because they were the biggest club along with at the time Arsenal. So they were always getting the top players. If you think of all the top players in the league from other teams, United were always in the ring for them. You think of Carrick, you think of Berbatov, Louis Saha, Roy Keane as well. I'm pretty sure there's a few others as well. So again, the money was nowhere near the money that managers have to spend now. But it was a similar kind of thing when Ferguson was in charge because they were getting all the best players, Man United, and the other team didn't really have a chance. So it's the same kind of thing, really. In my opinion, Chelsea will win the Carabao Cup. Yeah, listen, Chelsea got Arsenal semi-final. I think, is it over 2 legs? I think Chelsea can beat them over 2 legs. Um, but yeah, man, it depends. Right, guys, go through some of your chats, then I'm going to wrap it up. Prime Casemiro or Xhaka, or Prime Xhaka? Prime Casemiro. Come on, what are we doing there? Saka or Palmer? Palmer, easy. Overmars or Nedved? Again, can't compare them. Nedved was more of a number 10. Overmars was more of a winger. Roberto Carlos or Cafu. One's a right back, one's a left back. I like to compare direct positions. So if you're going to do Roberto Carlos, you can do Marcelo. If you're going to do Cafu, you can do Dani Alves. And I said Overmars is a winger, and Nedved was more of a 10 for me. R9 or Pele? I knew someone would ask this, you know. I can't really say Pele because Pele wasn't in my time. But what I will tell you is that R9 for me is the best ever striker I've seen. Best ever striker I've seen. So I'm always going to say R9, man. I haven't seen a better striker than R9. And as you guys already know, the closest striker to R9 in terms of playing style and someone who modelled their game on him was Benzema. Benzema modelled his game on R9, who was his idol. But I've not seen a better striker than R9. Batistuta or Shevchenko? Oh. For me, Batistuta. Batistuta was ridiculous, man. He was ridiculous. I got to say, Batty goal. Yeah, Batty goal for me, man. He was ridiculous. But Shevchenko was good as well, man. Sesko is the next one. No, let's not do that, man. Sesko's a good player, man, but yeah, that's taking a piss. Yeah, but yeah, again, people are going to say Pele, Maradona, Johan Cruyff. But again, I can't really pass judgment because they weren't really in my time. But from what I've seen with my own eyes, Messi, Ronaldinho, R9, Zidane. Yeah, those four for me, man. Oh, Baggio or Bergkamp. Last one, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Baggio or Bergkamp? I hate these ones because Baggio or Bergkamp? Ah, that's difficult, you know. I don't know, you know. I honestly don't know. Because I feel like if I pick one, and I can't ever pick the other, I'm just going to go do a random one. Baggio or Bergkamp? I'll probably say Bergkamp. Yeah, I'll probably say Bergkamp, but Baggio was serious, man. I feel like I've got to say Baggio, you know. Roberto Baggio. Baggio, Bergkamp. You know what? I'll say Bergkamp. Beckham or KDB, slightly different positions and errors. But you know what? KDB and Beckham is a good comparison because KDB really, if anyone knows about KDB was actually a wide man. He used to play out wide in Belgium for, I can't remember what club he played for, but he was a wide man. And KDB was basically this era's Beckham in terms of look at a lot of the positions that KDB picks up in terms of out wide crossing the ball. It's very Beckham-esque in a sense. So he's actually this era's Beckham, but then because of system changes and stuff like that, he played more centrally. But a lot of the positions that KDB took up was out wide. So he's basically this era's Beckham in a sense, you know. Ederson or Neuer? I mean, Ederson with the ball at his feet is ridiculous, and his distribution with his passing. But I think Neuer's probably the better all-round keeper. So, but guys, listen up. We're gonna wrap it up anyway. Been going for almost an hour and a half. But yeah, guys, big up yourselves for coming through. We got 20 likes on there. Again, if you haven't smashed the like button, make sure you do. Make sure you support the channel, and make sure you sub, and make sure you share the channel as well. And we are going to be back tomorrow for our usual stream at 5:30 with myself, Fitz, and with Jonas as well. So yeah, guys, make sure you guys come through and support the channel and get involved, guys, as well. So again, even if you are a rival fan, Man City fan, Arsenal fan, you know what I mean? If you guys want to jump on a stream one time and we have some conversation about our teams, then just let me know, guys. Obviously, let me know in my socials. So I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, and obviously YouTube as well. So all Gav Goes In is my handle. So again, if any of you guys want to jump on a stream one time, and talk some football, then let me know. And guys, also, if anyone knows any good graphic designers as well, so I'm looking to get a new graphic design for my Gav Goes In, and obviously I'm looking to get some help as well for my for my watch-alongs, in terms of getting certain things on there. So if anyone knows any good graphic designers, then be sure to let me know. And as I said, make sure if you do know anyone, or if you do want to jump on the stream, message me obviously on one of my socials at GavGoesIn. And yeah, appreciate you guys coming on. So yeah, I'm not sure about a morning stream tomorrow. I might be back in the morning if anything drops. So keep an eye on the notifications, and to see if when I go live. But if not, definitely back at 5:30 tomorrow. And yeah, as I said, make sure you guys come through. And yeah, I said, make sure you share the channel, guys. Sharing the channel obviously helps the channel to grow. And so does smashing the like button. And again, make sure you sub to the channel. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.